You're now live, it says. So I'm going to press that clock, which gives me chance. Hello, this is Stephen from wonderful Wiltshire. And of course, it's Tuesday. It is 11, well, it works out 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the UK. This is my normal Amazon Live broadcast. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, hello. You'll find hopefully a link to actually join me on Amazon Live. I've just been told that I'm actually live on Facebook. So let's press that button on my iPad and go live on Amazon Live. I think I've finally got this worked out. Okay, so we're live on Amazon Live with 18 seconds to go, and need to take those off, put them under there so I know where they are, and be with you in a second or two. Right, now is the time for me to appear. Oh, hi, welcome. This is Stephen in wonderful Wiltshire, and it is most definitely Tuesday. And it's been a bit of a strange day today. As far as the weather is concerned, we are definitely in autumn, and well, still got to keep going out though. I went out for a walk early today, which I'll talk about later. This is, if we go here, this is my demonstration area. My iPad is now located there. You can see I've made a bit more space. I've moved the chessboard out of the way, and that has made a difference. I'm just checking over here. Just let me pull this over here, and I know I'm live somewhere, which is good. So we've got the 7-way USB hub with charger. We have the X3 Pro earbuds. We've got an Echo Dot. We've got a plant, which we're actually following. It should bloom this year. Well, hope so. This is a beautiful tripod stand, which is down in the carousel, and it's got on top of it a number spot, which we're looking at during this broadcast. You've got the stand, which is from Lamicore, which I bought 3 years ago. That's in the carousel. And then you've got another stand, which is another Lamicore stand, which is down in the carousel. And this takes larger phones, iPhone 12, 13, and my Samsung Galaxy S22, and also its predecessor, the S21. Now, what I'm going to be doing during this broadcast, well, let's see if this chap can explain. We'll see. Will this work? I don't know.
With Stephen Healey broadcasting on B Live. We will be exploring webcams, microphones, green screens, photography backdrops and broadcasting equipment. Stephen broadcasts on Amazon at 11 a.m. Eastern every weekday.
Okay, just a bit of fun to actually tell you what this broadcast is all about. The other thing I'm going to be doing today is this. If this works, it'll be good. So I'm going to switch the camera off. Just bring this card up just to confirm what my friend there just said. This is lights, camera, action, webcams, audio gear, microphones, live video, and Fitbits. And we can hide that card, and I can bring this in. If I switch my camera back on, 3, 2, 1, okay, and bring this into the broadcast. And if I go side by side, okay, at the side of me is my Samsung Galaxy S22. And as I go around the phone, I'm hoping that you'll be able to follow what I do on the phone. This is the first time I've used it, so anything can happen, probably will. So let's go back there and scroll down. We'll get there in a second. I know we will. Okay, and go there. So let's go right. Okay. We'll get there in a second. Yeah, we will. I think we need a bit of practice with that. Okay, so I will be bringing the mobile phone in. I am, as you can see, live on Facebook, just as I'm live on here. And I'd like to say hello to Facebook and to YouTube, and say thank you for actually joining me. If you click the link up above, then you can join me on Amazon Live, which is where it's all happening. Okay, and I thought this would work straight out this box, but it's not going to. We're going to have to practice. But this is a Samsung Galaxy S22. You can see the quality of the display on the 22, and I'm quite impressed by this phone, and I will tell you all about it during this broadcast. Okay, I'm getting notifications through. So what I'm going to do is, if I go here, I can actually stop sharing. That's it, done. Okay, so I put that expander. We will come back to it, I've no doubt. I just need to make one alteration, that my phone is using 4G and not Wi-Fi, because I'm broadcasting on the Wi-Fi and I don't want any interruptions. Okay, so welcome to this broadcast with Stephen, live from England, and the broadcast itself is Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen Healey. Okay, so where do we begin? I suppose we begin with, if I can find it, we'll get there. We're going to begin with Logitech Brio 4K webcam down in the carousel. Now, the thing about Logitech Brio is, just a minute, it is on discount today. It's 12% off. It's $131.79. If you click the link in the carousel, you'll not only get more information. Now, the important thing about the carousel, I own about 75% of what's in the carousel. I can actually show it to you physically, apart from the camera that I'm using at the moment, of course. And if you click the link in the carousel, you're not actually buying something, you're asking for more information. So if you are interested in any item in the carousel whilst I'm broadcasting live, then click the link and it will take you to the standard Amazon.com page. Purchasing process is the same as always, and simple and straightforward. Okay, you're watching Logitech Brio webcam. Now, I got this webcam 2 years ago because I was interested in 4K. Now, I'm broadcasting to you in 720. 1080 is the next step up. 4K is up there somewhere. And the number of pixels, as the number goes up, the number of pixels increases. And that leads to a clearer picture. So when we're talking about 4K broadcasting, we're talking about something which is totally clear, crystal clear. And that's where we're headed. And it's not going to be this month, next month, or possibly not next year. But as we all get gigabit internet, then 4K will become the norm. And now's the time to invest, to discover what 4K is all about, get involved and get ahead of the game. Yeah, because everybody else is on 1080. 4K is the upcoming game as far as live video is concerned. And our browsers will be able to handle 4K. I've spoken to the techies. I'm broadcasting today on, just to give you a look, I'm broadcasting today on BeLive. Yeah, wherever you see that logo, be.live. I'm one of an increasing number of Amazon Live broadcasters who are using BeLive, I'm glad to say. So we can't yet broadcast through a browser in 4K, but as soon as you get Logitech Brio camera, what you can do is plug it in. Okay, works on Windows or Mac, no problem at all. It's recognized because a lot of them have been sold. And then get a hold of OBS. Add the Brio camera to OBS. Set your destination to YouTube. Change the resolution to 4K, and you can broadcast to YouTube in 4K. And the difference is night and day. If you think, well, picture is just so crystal clear because there are more pixels traveling around the internet, that the picture that comes out on YouTube is crystal clear. People can watch you live on YouTube in 4K. And because YouTube are so kind, people can watch the replay in 4K as well. Now, I've tried and tested it, it works well. And if you want to broadcast in 4K now, YouTube is available. There will be more platforms available as time goes on, but YouTube is a great place to start. Okay, now, as far as the Brio is concerned, it's an ultra 4K HD video, and I'm going to show you some software in a couple of minutes time which controls most Logitech cameras. And I've got a hobby horse. If you get the hardware, you've got to get the software, because the software is free and it allows you to do a lot. The Brio has a noise cancelling microphone. Now this is important. If you're on a Zoom call or on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter or Twitch and your dog barks, let's just assume you have a dog for starters and your dog barks. If you don't have a noise cancelling microphone, everybody will hear it. But if you do have a noise cancelling microphone, then the only person who will hear the dog bark is you. Everybody else just hears your voice. So noise cancellation, if you're looking at cameras, noise cancellation is something to look out for. It's got high definition auto light correction. If I switch my light, I've got the two things here. If I switch my light off, then I will go slightly darker. Yeah, only slightly darker because it's still light outside. HD light auto correction is important because if you've no lighting, then the camera will actually try to compensate for it. Okay, if you've got poor lighting, then the camera will try and compensate. It's always better though if you have some light when you're, whether you're on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, do have some lighting. The lighting I'm using today is the Logitech Litra Glow. That's the Logitech who made the cameras. They've got their first light out this year. And say hello to our first viewer on Facebook today who's commented. And Mr. Keem, hello, nice to see you. And thank you for joining me live. If you click the link above, you can actually see me on Amazon as well. But thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Right, so that's the auto correction. Okay, now the next thing is that the Brio camera has a wide field of view. It's got a 90 degree, just let me close those lenses up for a moment. Okay. It's got a 90 degree field of view, which means it can see an arc around there. Okay, now not all cameras have a 90 degree field of view. So if you're checking out cameras, check for the field of view. 90 should be by now standard, but it's not. Okay, and especially when you go to low cost cameras, check that you do have 90 degrees. And say hello to Corinda. And Corinda is, hello Corinda. Corinda is in Staines in Middlesex. I think Heathrow Airport, and you're not far off. And Corinda is, oh right, okay. Just a minute, two pieces of news in one. You smashed your Samsung Galaxy S22. You have to tell me later how you did that. Congratulations on the invitation to Parliament, though. Okay, how's the Parliament? A place to visit. Okay, so that's the wide field of view. And the next item is, just to re-emphasize this, it is 4 times the resolution of a typical HD webcam. Most webcams do 1080p, 720 and 1080. This camera does 4K, as does another camera I'm going to show you shortly. So 4K, as I say, you can use YouTube. 1080, you can use that virtually anywhere now. The auto light adjustment I showed you a moment ago is Logitech Right Light, and the camera has 3 fields of view. No, 4, 3. 90, 78 and 65. So I'm going to show you those fields of view. Let's remove the Be Live logo and go over here, back to here and apply. Oh, and just a minute. Okay, we've got a comment. We've got a comment coming through from Amazon Live. You see, the thing is, if you comment on Amazon Live, I can see your comment in my studio, and then I can do what I'm doing now, which is to show Nick's comment on screen. And Nick is saying, hi, Stephen, have a great show. Nick, thank you very much. I'm trying, I will do. And thanks to everybody watching on Amazon Live. I'm sure it will be a most excellent show. And our next comment is coming in from Gregor, who knows Corinda. So there's going to be a conversation between Gregor and Corinda. And just a note, Nick Wood and I were broadcasting live on Amazon Live yesterday, and we had a blast of a time with our Trivia Plaza music quiz, where we scored 10 out of 10. Yeah, great score, because we had to guess the last question, but we still got 10 out of 10. And the average is 2,300 people had taken the quiz, and the average was about 7.87 from memory. So we did better than most people. And if you join us 11 a.m. on Mondays, you will actually get to join in the movie quiz, because we do need help with the answers. And over to Corinda, and Corinda is saying yes. And over to Nick, and Nick is saying 10 out of 10. Indeed, we did get 10 out of 10. It's true. I can't believe you smashed your phone either, Corinda. I've got two questions. Did you have the phone in a case, and was it raining? How do you smash your phone, and was it insured? Okay, those are all leading questions. Perhaps Corinda will come back and say exactly what happened to his phone, because it'd be interesting to actually know what happened. Because to take a beautiful phone like this, Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and smash it is misfortune indeed. And out to Gregor, and Gregor is saying, I'm going to Cape Town tomorrow. Okay, so just so we all know, Corinda is going to the Houses of Parliament, and Gregor is going to Cape Town, South Africa tomorrow, and Nick Wood is... I think Stephen has a great phone in his carousel. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. Yeah, brilliant. And thank you. And thank you for the comment on Amazon. She's coming to my studio, which is absolutely brilliant. Where was I? Oh, right. I was going to show you some software. Let's do that then. Okay. I'll be back to the comments when I've finished this short demonstration of the software. Now, whenever you buy a camera, whenever you buy a microphone, there is always software to go with it. And the software that comes with, well, you've got to go to logitech.com, search for Logitech Capture, and you can then download the software. Once you've downloaded the software, you've got total control of your camera, and you can do what I'm doing today. And I'm going to show you what I'm about to do, because it always fascinates me that everybody buys the most fantastic cameras and then doesn't download the software. And what you're left with, if I go side by side, what you're left with is the default camera settings. Now, this is the control panel of Logitech Capture. And I can go down. Yeah. I can go up. I can go left. I can go right. Okay, so I'm back to where I began. Hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing's going to go totally wrong in this demonstration. But if I go side by side now, and I go widescreen to give you a better idea. So just let me go for widescreen, which is there, and apply. So we're both widescreen now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the software which is on my desktop, the Logitech Capture, or a brother of Logitech Capture, and I'm going to show myself full screen. And this is what happens when I zoom out. I'm going to zoom out once, twice, and I'm going to go to 90 degrees. Okay, this is my office. Okay, behind me, you can see a photography backdrop. Behind that, you can see a green screen. Holding the photography backdrop is a T-stand, which I'll show you in a moment. Over on this side, we've got my Aftershokz earbuds. We've got the lapel microphone. This is all product placement, by the way. Lapel microphone, and you out of shot. There's some things that you can't see that I can see. But this is the default camera settings. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with doing this, but you're not in control. And when I appear on camera on Amazon Live and on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, I want to look like I want to look, not the default settings. So I'm using Logitech Capture to actually do this. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to hit 3 buttons. Zoom once, zoom twice, 78 degrees, and I'm happy now. This is what I want you to see. Yeah, I don't want you to see the clutter in my office. I just want you to think for a moment that I've got a brick wall behind me. You know now I haven't, but it looks like a lot of people don't actually press the unmute button. And to people who haven't pressed the unmute button, they don't know that it's not a brick wall because they just sort of zoom by. If you've unmuted and you're listening, I want to say a big thank you. And you've seen what it actually looks like. Now, whilst we're here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Logitech Capture off there. I just want to zoom out again to show you 2 of the products. So we're zooming out again. And in terms of presentation, if you're on a Zoom call and you do not want to show everything that is in your home or is in your office, then what you can do is get the eMart T-shaped stand, which is down the carousel, and it's behind me. My office is not so wide, so I couldn't have the normal stand. I've got a T stand, which means you've got 1 pole in the center and then 2 bars going across. And then, as you can see, there are 4 clips. And that's basically where you put your photography backdrop. Now, we're very fortunate in the live broadcasting world in that photographers got there before us. And there are thousands of photography backdrops that you can choose from. You can have a wall, you can have a Hawaiian beach, you can have a Wild West town. You can choose. You can have a plain white one if you want. But you using a backdrop like the one that's in the carousel now is a great way to actually broadcast on Zoom, because most people on Zoom are not paying enough attention, in my opinion, to how they look on camera. Okay, you can, for less than $55, you can have a backdrop which you've chosen, and when you actually go on camera, instead of showing everything that's around you, the only thing that you're showing is you. So the T screen is down the carousel. It is $39.55, and the photography backdrop is in the carousel. It's $14.99. Now the thing is, once you've got the stand, that's a one-off purchase. You can then buy after that as many backdrops as you want. Okay, I can prove that. Okay, I'm gonna sort this out one day. Excuse me a moment. Just let me make a few changes. I'm not going far, but I'm going down here. Just a minute. I'm just going to get something. Oh, give me a moment. Okay, and we're back now. And back to me, please, Mr. Director. Back to me. Okay, when you get a backdrop, it's packed something like that. And basically, the thing to do then is, with the pattern side down, get the ironing board with a slightly warm iron and then just iron out the creases. Okay, now I'm hoping to that with Angelica's help pretty soon. But I can hang this backdrop. Just take 2 minutes to actually hang a new backdrop. Now I'm not going to go through it now because this one is creased. But to hang a new backdrop, to change the way you look on camera for $15 for this, just, yeah, you're in control. You can look exactly like you want to look. And a question's coming in from Corinda, and my hands are totally busy, as you can see. And how many backdrops you got, Matt? Not enough, Corinda. I haven't got enough. I've got to tell you, I haven't got enough backdrops. I need more. Yeah, because I want to try this one out next, and then I'm going to get more, because at $15 it means that I can have a different different backdrop every single day of the week. Yeah, so I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for 5, Corinda. Then I've got a different one for each day. so that when I zoom in, as I'm going to zoom in now, 1, 2, and 78. When I zoom in, I'm going to try this one out. I'll try and get this one ready for, well, soon. I'm not going to make any promises. Okay. I missed a comment from Corinda, and that comment was, yes, you can see my green screen at the top. I have a green screen, but I can't use a green screen on Amazon Live because I'm actually demonstrating product. And if I had a green screen with background removal software working, when I showed a product on screen, you wouldn't be able to see it. Okay, especially this one. This is the Lamical tablet stand, which is down in the carousel. And I just love the design of this. If I go over here, it gives me an opportunity to digress a bit. Just a minute. Somewhere in my carousel, if you find it before I do, let me know. I've misplaced my stands. I've got a whole section dedicated to stands. Okay, this tablet stand is down in the carousel now. It's $17. Just a minute. Oh, okay. It's $17. Oh, wow. This stand is $17.99. It's 28% off. It's a tablet stand. It will take an iPad. It will take an Android tablet. And the beauty of this is that you can set the angle you want it to be at. That's probably a nonsensical angle. Okay. I've got autofocus on Nick. It's working well. And I can actually show this product front of screen and focus on it. I'm learning all the time about how important, but this is what is stainless steel. It's polished stainless steel. The one thing about a Lamical stand is the design. It's so simple. It doesn't have a part it doesn't need. Yeah, you've got the hinge at the top, you've got the stand, and you can just take your tablet and just put it in there. I mean, it's simple and straightforward. This is a coffee table piece, because you could put this on the coffee table with your iPad or Android tablet and it would just look stunning. It probably also takes shows as well, echo shows. Could do. I could try it with that. So that's the stand that's down in the carousel. And whilst we're on stands, just a minute, I'm going to get this in. Okay. Specifically because this one was sent to me. This is the Lamical adjustable phone stand. And when it says adjustable, it is. You can change the angle like that to there. Okay. You can adjust the height and it takes a larger phone. So I can put my Samsung Galaxy S22 in there. Yeah. And when I say Samsung Galaxy S22, then it could be an iPhone 12, an iPhone 13, or Samsung Galaxy S21. And this is the Ultra. This is 6.8 inches tall, and it's being held securely in this stand. And I can take my S Pen out, and I can just write on straight away, no problem at all. I just love, again, the thing is the design, the simplicity of that. Okay, it comes in 3 parts. You just put them together, and you've got your stand. Okay, and it's down the carousel at the moment. It is $19.99. Right, now while we're talking about stands, okay, just a minute. I know I've put it somewhere. I've hidden it. I've hidden something, so I can't actually. I wasn't looking at the wall then. I was looking at the shelf next to the wall, but you can't see that. Okay, what I want to show you now though is here, and if I go here, you can still hear me because I've got 2 cameras and 1 microphone. This stand here is a Lume Cube 30. This one here. It's a Lume Cube 30. Now, basically, it is a tripod stand. You can adjust the height of the tripod stand and the 3 legs just simply by lifting it up, twisting, putting it back down. You can extend, this is 12 inches, but you can extend it up to 30 inches. And on the top, you've got a ball joint, which allows you to actually angle. Now, Lume are known for lighting. and there was a question on their Amazon page which said, where do you plug this stand in? And you don't, because there's no light attached to it. This is just simply a stand for holding a light or a camera. And as you can see on the top of this stand, not included by the way, is an Obspot tiny camera. And most cameras these days have got a thread in the base, which means that you can use the stand. Now, I was using, just a minute, let's see if I can find it. Okay. Oh, I'm not going far. I'm just actually looking for something I've put down safe. Ah, yes, I found it. Okay, I have put it down safely. Okay, let's come back to me for a minute. Basically, when we talk about tripod stands, we think in terms of this. Yeah. Now, this is a very good tripod stand. It's not down in the carousel, but the whole point is that on the top of it, yeah, okay, I want something that's stylish. So that's why. Not there. Let's hide that. Oh, let's go here. That's why I got this stand. This stand is stylish. It is. It's the Loom Cube stand, 12 to 30 inches, and it just extends, and it will take a camera or it will take a light. The legs at the bottom, as I said earlier, you can actually adjust, and once you've got them into the right height, you can just lock them. It's extensive, extendable. You can go up to 30 inches, and then at the top, you can't see it, but it's hiding, is a ball joint, which means that I could adjust the angle of that camera, yeah, to suit, or I could adjust the angle of the light. So on top of it, you can put a camera or a light, and it's just so. Let's just zoom in a minute whilst we're here. If I just zoom in, let's take a closer look and go down a bit. Okay, microphone's in the way. Let's move the microphone. Okay, and move the iPad, and there you can see the stand, and it's just, well, a design classic in my way of thinking. So that's the stand that's down in the carousel. It's the Loom Cube, and all I can say is it actually works well. It's easy to set up, no complications whatsoever, and it will carry a camera or a light, you choose. And just a minute, not there. I'm going to come back here. Okay, you can pivot, you can turn that around through 360 degrees, so you can actually swivel through 360 degrees. That's the final feature. So 3 sturdy feet locked into place, a central tube which is 12 inches, extendable to 30 inches, and then the ball joint on the top. And it is, to my mind, a design classic. Back to me. Now, we started about 30 minutes ago talking about Logitech Brio, and we still are, but we've looked at 4 or 5 other products in the meantime. So I've shown you that if I go here, we finished off talking about 3 fields of view. I've shown you the 90 degrees and the 65 degrees. Well, I'll show you 65 degrees now. And we can go from 90 to 78 to 65. Okay, now 65 is too close for me. I'm too close to the camera. I need, in order to demonstrate things, I need to be at 78, and I'm happy. So that's the 3 fields of view. It can do up to 90 frames per second. Now, the more frames, the better the quality of the picture. Okay. Anyway, we can then broadcast at 30, which is a standard. Versatile mounting options. You can mount, I've done it again. You can mount your camera on a tripod. Okay, so your camera can be on a tripod. I just need to zoom out again because I actually need that later. Okay, you can put your camera on a tripod or on your desktop. Okay, back to me. It is 4K, 1080p or 720p, and the camera itself was released on February 7th, 2017 It's been obviously revisited and reworked since then. But all I can say is that with Logitech Capture, it is a very powerful camera. I've shown you the photography backdrop, which is down in the carousel. And just to confirm, I'm broadcasting from be.live. And I think I've caught up with all the comments as well. And I just want to go over to Amazon Live and just refresh a page. Okay. Now we're going to be looking at another camera in a moment. And this is, well, I love the Brio. Okay. It's my go-to camera. I am looking, I don't know whether Nick's still with us, in October, early October, I'll be getting an Exigo camera. Again, 4K camera. So I've got a new camera coming in October, which we can take a look at. And they're all comparable, but they all have different strengths and different weaknesses. The Brio is brilliant. It does the 4K. It's got great color. And with the software, you've got great control over it. But it's a static camera. In other words, it's sat on my monitor or on my tripod, and it doesn't go anywhere else. It's restricted to a 90-degree field of view, which is why the next camera I'm going to show you is the OBSBot. But before I do that, I need to go here, and I need to go here. Right, just a reminder, if I go, that's the wrong button. You know, going live is fun because you never know when you're going to press the wrong button. Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to go here and I want to go here. And if I go and put that into the show, okay, I sometimes forget. I'm going to switch that camera off. It is off. I'm going to take myself off solo. So I've looked at the software that controls the camera, and it's Logitech Capture. And we've been looking at the Logitech Brio camera, which is down the carousel at 131.79. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen now, which puts me side by side with the Logitech Brio. That's what it looks like. It's on top of my monitor. It's a great camera, 4K, 1080, 720. Okay, the next camera we're going to look at is this one. And if I scroll in the carousel so that you know where I'm going, okay, and yes, I always got to check the prices agree. This is the OBSBot Tiny, and this is the first OBSBot that I bought, okay, and I'm going to show you the OBSBot Tiny. Today it's $169, which is 15%. Now it's comparable to the Brio, but there are differences. I'm going to show you what the differences are. So the first thing I need to do is just to change cameras and bring in the camera that's next to me, which is the OBSBot Tiny camera. Okay, and we're going to have some fun now because I'm going to show you basically what the camera can do. I'm going to tell you all about it, and then I'm going to give you in 3 or 4 minutes time a short demonstration of the power of OBSBot, because OBSBot can do things that other cameras can only dream of. It can do things that the Brio can't. Brio can do things, it's horses for courses. You pick the right camera for the right job. Okay, so this is the OBSBot Tiny PTZ camera, which is next to me. Okay, the OBSBot Tiny PTZ camera. I just want to change something, just a moment. If I go here and apply. Right, that's shrunk now. It is, remember, demonstration in 3 or 4 minutes, AI-powered framing and gesture. It's got artificial intelligence, which is used to frame you automatically, as you'll see, and it's got gesture control. In terms of gesture control, you can ask it to zoom, sorry, you can ask it to track you, you can ask it to stop tracking you, you can ask it to zoom in, or you can ask it to zoom out. Toggle switches both, you just basically do that. I suppose I'd best, if I'm showing and talking about, I best switch this camera on and switch this camera off and take myself off. Right, you're looking at me on the OBSBot, and the thing about I've done here, And this is something that I'm trying more and more to do. If I just get a little bit closer, I've got two choices. Just let me put that down a minute. As you can see, I'm sideways to my monitor, but if I look at the camera, so I'm looking at the camera now. This is the Obspot Tiny, and it's in front of me. And as we saw earlier, this camera is actually on a tripod. Now, this makes a difference in the way that you can present on a Zoom call or on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. Normally, when you have a camera, you put it on top of your monitor. Let's go over here. Okay, and I'm going to go to there and to there. Normally, you put a camera on top of your monitor. So there's the Obspot. There is the Logitech Brio. I'll switch that off for the moment. Okay, that's the Logitech Litralight, and this is the C920X. Okay, and this is my monitor. This is a BenQ monitor, 27-inch monitor. It's down the carousel, and this in front of me is my broadcasting studio. That's what it looks like. But the thing is, with the cameras being on top, normally what you would do is look at the screen here, but you can't, because if you're appearing on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, you've got to look at the camera, which means looking up. Now, that's a learned skill. It doesn't come automatically. You've got to learn how to do it. And you don't do it consistently. Whereas, he said, I'm back again. If you put the camera onto a tripod, you can ignore everything. All I have to do now is to look straight at the camera. The camera is at eye level. Yeah. Basically, I don't have to think about it. All I've got to do is look straight into the camera lens, and I know that it seems as though this is the magic of it. If I look into the camera, I'm looking straight at you. And it's true on a Zoom call as well. If you can be looking straight into the camera, then your presentation on a Zoom call or on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, your presentation will improve, because people are not being distracted. They're actually looking, you're looking people down in the face, and they're returning the favor. They're actually watching you. So I'm a great proponent of putting your camera not on your monitor, but put it on a tripod and look straight into the lens, because that's the most powerful way of presenting. And the other thing is that because the lens is looking straight at me, then I can do things. Yeah, it's a lot easier to present if your camera is on a tripod at eye level. Okay, now let's have a bit of fun with this. As you've seen, the Obspot has got me. It's got the monitor. Okay, and the third, it's got three presets. So me, the monitor, and here we go. And it's going to work its way around past me. Okay, and over there. And basically, it's got a zoom, so I can actually zoom in. Okay, and we can go directly there. You can see the chest set behind, and you can also see boxes for the DJI gimbal, and also this. I showed you the stand. That's the stand that I showed you earlier. That's it. Okay. So 3 presets. I'm going to come back to me now, and I'm here. Okay, I've got to remember this. So if I go over here, this is a full 1080. I can look in front now. A full 1080p. Oh, wow. I can actually read what's on screen. A full 1080p webcam. Okay. 720 I'm broadcasting to you in now. 1080p is high definition. It's got dual omnidirectional microphones built in, so it can pick up sounds from all around. It has, as we said earlier, these have got a 90-degree wide angle. It's got low light correction. If you've no lighting, then the camera will try to auto-correct. I just want to make one alteration. This is live, so we are on me. Okay, I just want to zoom in a little just to show what we can do. Just give me a second. I'm just making some adjustments, showing you what you can actually do with the camera. And I just want to take it this way. Or is it that way? No, it's the other way. Okay, what I'm trying to do, there you go. I'm going to save that. I was trying to get center of screen. It's worked, I think. Okay. It's got low light correction. So if there are no lights, the camera will do its best to compensate. In addition to that, it's got AI-powered, it's an AI-powered PTZ camera. PTZ. Okay. Pan, tilt, and zoom. Okay, those are the three things it can do. It's got a privacy control. Now, I can't actually show you that, but what happens is, if I go here, no, I can't. Look, I lock myself into a corner. I'll think my way out of it. Okay, it's got a privacy control. Basically, the camera lens turns in on the body. It's got a sleep mode. If you don't use the camera for 5 to 10 minutes, you can actually get it to switch off automatically. We've looked at the 3 preset positions, and it's also got headroom mode. Now, headroom mode is important. If you're appearing, then if you're on camera, you don't want to happen is this. You don't want to be up against the screen. Yeah. You want to be with headroom. And basically it does that automatically. One of the latest updates is face auto exposure. Is basically the way in which you appear on camera, the colorway. And this is, if I go and look in the mirror now, this is pretty close to how I look in the mirror. And it has noise reduction. Okay, so it will reduce the noise. And it's got a motion mode, which I'll show you in a second. Auto sleep we've covered. And the thing is, it's on a 2-axis gimbal. Now, if you mount it on top of your monitor, you can use a magnetic mount. Okay, now the magnetic mount, there's a magnet on the bottom of the camera. It goes onto there. There's a lip which goes over the edge of your monitor, and then there is an adhesive strip there. Now, I've got 2 ob spots, and mistakenly I put them both on my monitor, and this is stuck. Once you put this on, it's very difficult to take it off. I was going to say something else then, but that's not polite, is it? It's difficult to take it off. It's very solid. Put this on your monitor and the ob spot will stay where it's told to stay, won't move. Right, okay. Now, if this neck bit works, then we're going to be good. Just a minute. I just want to take, as we go top here, if I go here, right, okay, that's what I wanted to do. So this camera is actually mounted on top of the tripod that you saw earlier, and I'm looking directly into it because the lens is eye height, and it's just so easy to sit down and just use it and just talk. In fact, you can be more relaxed because you're not trying to look up, you're not trying to look to the side. The camera is focused directly on you. And the tripod that's down the carousel, the cube, is just so stylish, as well as being functional. Remember, it's down the carousel, it's 12 or 30 inches, and it just simply works. The ob spot is the brilliant camera. This is my first ob spot that you're looking at now, which is 1080p and 720p, which is high definition and DVD quality. And my Fitbit has just told me my new Fitbit watch here has just told me I need to go and exercise. So if you excuse me for 5 minutes, no, I'm going to stay here, don't worry. But I do love my new Fitbit Charge, which is there, which I'm going to be talking about. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back here and right, we're back on the Logitech camera. I just want to make a change because I want to explain something, and it's easier to do it with my second OBSBot. Okay, so let me pick up the iPad. Okay, now everything that I've shown you on the ordinary OBSBot, the OBSBot 4K can do as well. And this is where we're going to do the demonstration, because I'm still here, but I'm going to bring the OBSBot 4K in. Okay, so it's actually now on preset 1, which is the desktop. Remember everything that we've got here. We've got the 7-way USB, we've got the X3 Pro, we've got an Echo Dot, we've got Aftershokz headphones, we've got the beautiful stand we spoke about, another stand we spoke about. But the thing about the OBSBot is it's got 3 presets. So it can look at the desktop, it can look out into the garden, and it's got 4 times zoom. And if I zoom out, you can see that we're actually looking through the office window. And then I can zoom back in again. Okay, it's got the desktop and it's got me. Okay, so this is my second OBSBot. This is the OBSBot 4K, which is down the carousel, which is $269. And the difference between this and the one I've just been showing you is that this is 4K, like the Brio was 4K. So 4K video. If you get this camera, you get OBS. You can broadcast from OBS. Just add your camera, set the destination to YouTube, and you can broadcast in 4K. And it's incredible. 4K is the crispest, clearest video we as consumers can get, and YouTube hosts it for free. People can watch us live on YouTube. People can watch the replay on YouTube. But what I'm about to show you now works not only for both the cameras I've shown you. Okay, now, normally when I do this, well, I'm not going to say a word this time. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go for it. Are you ready? Okay, this is the OBSBot difference. Basically, yeah. Okay. Just a minute. 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 That went spectacularly wrong. What have I done? Let's go there. Let's go there. And this time, right. Okay. It's not just true of life, it's true of live broadcasting. If at first you don't succeed, try again. That was operator error. Okay, now I'm live, so that's my excuse. I'm live, and it didn't quite go according to plan. But now you know that what the OBSBot cameras can do is they can actually follow you. They've got AI tracking built in. And as I move around, okay, the camera is following me. It's making sure that I'm in the center of the screen. Yeah. It's making sure that I've got headroom. And if you read all the camera competence books, they all tell you headroom is important. Don't get too close to the camera and don't be too far away from the camera. Behind me, you can see my green screen. And in front of that, you can see the backdrop and the T-stand, which are both down the carousel. But the thing about the OBSBot Tiny is that it allows me to stand up, okay, which means I can start to talk about this. Now, I made a decision yesterday. I'm always making decisions, but I made a decision yesterday that what I'm going to do at 11:30 every morning is I'm going to put on my Aftershokz headphones. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to pair them with my mobile phone. Okay. And I'm going to get this the right way up. I'm going to go, just a minute. Yeah. I'm going to go to Amazon Music. All right. And I'm going to play music, tunes. Sorry about that. I know I'll be talking about LPs in a moment. Play music through my headphones and then set my Fitbit, my charge Fitbit, to track the run. So now every day at 11:30 in the morning, I go out for 90 minutes. And in those 90 minutes, I will walk 4 to 4.5 miles. And that's my way of keeping fit. But now, because of these headphones and because of Amazon Music, I can listen to music as I go. I'm experimenting at the moment. I tried a walking playlist this morning, and I like to have upbeat music, and people who are walking don't. They just want sort of music that you would like if you were walking through the countryside. I want something with beat. So I'm looking for a beat, a playlist with a great beat on Amazon Music. If you know of any, then please let me know. But this is my keep fit regime now. I'm going out 11:30 for an hour and a half, walking 4.5 miles, keeping fit. And on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, my partner Angelica joins me, and so all 5 days, which means that I'm actually doing more miles than I've ever done before. Next year, 2023, I've decided I'm going to walk 1,000 miles. Now, if you think about it, if I'm going 4.5 miles 5 days a week, that's 22 miles. I'm going to do the 1,000 miles next year. I'm determined. I'm going to do it with the Aftershokz Aeropex, with my Samsung Galaxy S22, and of course, my Fitbit. So we've been around the world there, but basically the thing about a Fitbits are brilliant, staying fit. I'll talk about Fitbits later, possibly, probably. The Aftershokz, I'm going to show you a bit more about them in a moment, but those are Aftershokz. They're down in the carousel. In fact, they are the next item down in the carousel. Aftershokz Aeropex. I had a previous pair of Aftershokz, but these here, the Aeropex, better quality sound, lightweight. This only weighs 26 grams. In fact, whilst I'm here, these are my old headphones and these are my new ones. Just look at the difference in the size of them. Yeah, if I get them both near to the camera, I'm having fun here. Don't disturb me. I'm having fun. But you can see the difference in size between the two. So I prefer now these. I actually do forget I'm actually wearing them. Yeah. Whilst they're on the screen, basically they're waterproof. I live in the UK, so they do need to be waterproof, and that's good. They are lightweight, 26 grams, as I said. They go over your ear. Okay, this is important. If I turn sideways, okay, you'll be able to see that they go over your ear. They do not go inside your ear, which means, and we proved this today, we've proved it. Everything I'm talking about, I've proved today. Angelica and I went for a walk, 4-mile walk. Angelica is wearing her headphones, Aftershokz, of course, and I'm wearing mine. And we're playing different music. Okay. Angelica plays Rammstein. Okay. Angelica plays more Rammstein. I love Rammstein. I love Rumlied, but I've got a different playlist. But the thing is that what's happening is that these are bone conduction headphones, which means you don't put them in your ear canal. And what we proved today, Angelica and I, is if I turned like that and spoke to Angelica, she could hear me. And if she turned like that and spoke to me, I could hear her, because our ear canals are free. What happens technically is that the vibrations from the headphones go through your skull and go direct to your inner ear. Okay, so what happens with your ear is that anything that goes into your ear goes direct to your inner ear. So the sounds ending up in the same place. Yeah, just a different route. And it works well. And you can listen to Amazon Music, you can listen to a podcast because they're absolutely made for this. And you can hear the traffic all around you. Yeah. I mean, it gets a bit noisy when you've got heavy goods vehicles on the road, but you can hear the trucks and everything. And the other thing is that you can hear behind you, you can hear the silent cyclists coming up behind you as they do. But I know how well they allow you to listen normally. They really do. Now you can control everything from your phone. Okay. So if I go here and go here, then I can actually play music while I'm live on Amazon Live. But I'm not going to do that because that would distract everybody. You won't be able to hear it. And you, yeah, well, okay. The controls, it's on and off. Okay. You've got skip track. You can make and take phone calls. Making phone calls is voice dial. Okay. So it's now assistant on these headphones. Now, if you click the link in the carousel, you'll find out more information. But I've had these for 2 years. Okay, the original, which is still down in the carousel. This one, however, I can see having for a long while. It's high quality sound. It's very lightweight. It pairs with your phone so easily, and it's great for walking because we did 4.5 miles today. It's great for jogging. We may be doing a 10k, 5k park run soon. In the UK, we have something called park run. I don't know how universal this is or how, but at the weekend, basically, we have organized runs in park spaces and 5k. And you're invited to go and run 5k. And you also, now, you can actually walk the 5k as well. Now, I don't know if you know this, but there's a world record set last weekend for the marathon. And they said, basically, he did the marathon in 2 hours, 1 minute, 29 seconds, I think. But he also gave his splits as well. And he did the 5K in 15 minutes. He ran 5K, 2.4 miles in 15 minutes. And I thought, wow. Now, we're not going to we'll be wearing our headphones, of course, when we do the park run, but we won't be doing a 5K in anything like 15 minutes, probably take an hour. Okay, so back on point. We are talking about the Aftershokz 4K camera. And whilst I sit down, just a minute, I'm going to go here. Oh, wait a minute. You see, the camera keeps following me. It's very persistent. So I'm going to sit down. Okay, and we're back here. And just a second. Just give me a second. Okay. I can close my software now. Okay, and I can come back. So that is basically, if I go back here, just a minute. No, I can't close. I closed the software. I don't want to close the software. Just a second. We have a technical problem. Operator adjustment. Okay, so let's come back to me. Okay, so this is the Aftershokz 4K. It is a very versatile camera. It does everything it says. Now, you know that a product is successful when people start to recommend it. And looking in the Facebook groups, as I do every single day, I can see when asked the question, which camera would you use on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch? More and more people are actually replying and saying the Aftershokz, and that's for a very good reason. They are very flexible cameras. They are PTZ cameras. At the price, they are a steal. and I'm happy. I've got 2 HubSpots. I'm happy with them both. Okay, let's go back. And now back to the Logitech Brio. Now you notice on the Brio, the color is slightly saturated. Yeah, well, in fact, it is saturated. Okay, so that was the HubSpot Tiny and the HubSpot Tiny 4K. Those are 2 cameras which I use in every single broadcast I do on Amazon Live. If you've got any questions about the cameras, then please do ask. Okay, and I notice, just give me a second. Serious look. We've come up to 5 past the hour. I want to say thank you. If we go up here and go here and go sticky notes. Your host is Stephen Healey from England. We're talking about live broadcasting. Looked at Logitech Brio. We're going to look at Samsung S22 Mobile. I want to say a big thank you for actually watching me and taking part in the show today. And if you've got any questions about live broadcasting, then please do ask. And I want to say thank you to Mustakim, to Corinda, to Gregor, and to Nick for joining me live today. And Nick's just reminded us we got 10 out of 10 on the music quiz yesterday. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, right, the next item we're going to look at is down in the carousel. And just give me a second. I shall find it for you. So just a reminder, let's take that off for a second. Okay, I'm going to bring this up on screen, take myself off solo, and go like that. So let's just recap and go here. We've looked at the Logitech Brio. Okay, I'm gonna try and synchronize here. Just give me a second. I just need to sort something out. Okay, so let's go down there. Right, so we've looked at Logitech Brio. We've looked at the HubSpot Tiny, and we've looked at the HubSpot Tiny 4K. Okay, so we've looked at those 3 items. We've looked at the Aftershokz Aeropex, which are down the carousel, $129.95. Now, I just want to digress for a moment and look at the next item, which I need to do a switch for. Just a minute. Yeah, okay. The next item, which is down in the carousel, is this. Okay, now, if I switch my camera on, okay, one of the things that bugs me is the fact that you pay thousands of dollars for a new computer and it doesn't have enough USB ports. When are manufacturers going to wake up to the fact that we need USB ports? We have cameras to plug in, we have microphones to plug in. And I've got a computer that's only got 2 USB-A ports. This is right. The answer is this. And if I go and put that full screen, it's the powered USB 3 hub down in the carousel at the moment, $42.99. And this is it. Okay. Basically, it has the blue ones are USB, are the connections. This is the hub. You've got space for 7 different items plugged into your computer using this device. If you plug a camera in here, your computer can use it. If you plug another camera in, I've got 4 cameras, 2 microphones actually plugged in. And it means I can switch between the cameras, I can switch between the microphones, and that's all because of this unit. In addition to that, you can see the 3 red lights. Those are charging ports. So I can charge my Fitbit, I can charge anything which takes a USB-A connection, I can charge. Okay, so just as we're going through the carousel, that has to be one of the most profitable purchases I've made this month, and that is the USB the USB unit. Okay, it makes a totally. I've got 4 cameras and 2 microphones plugged in, all because of that unit. Okay, and I'm going to switch that camera off and come to me. The next item is a Fitbit. Okay, so we're going to look at the Fitbit Aria, or Fitbit Advanced. Okay, so let's go picture in picture. Okay, this is the Fitbit Charge 5. And basically, this is in terms of the program. Today, lights, camera, action. This is the action part. And this is basically the Fitbit part. Okay, so we're going to talk Fitbits. And I'm going to hide that. We are talking Fitbits. This is my Fitbit Charge 5. I've had, over the years, 5 different Fitbits. And if I go here, right now, I'm not set up. This is the Fitbit Charge 5, 118.49. Now, the thing is that it's not a subscription model. Everything I'm going to show you in a moment when I've set up for it is absolutely free. And I'm just setting up to go over to Fitbit.com. The first thing you do when you buy a Fitbit is register it. So give me a second. Okay. So I'm just setting up in the background because I'm going to share my dashboard on Fitbit to show you what you actually get when you buy the Fitbit. No recurring fees. Everything I'm about to show you is free. Okay, I think we're ready. So I'm just going to take that card off screen for a moment and bring in, just a minute, I need to share screen first. Okay, so I'm going to share screen. I'm going to share my Fitbit dashboard, bring it on screen, and we're going to go over here. So this is my Fitbit dashboard. And everything I'm about to show you is totally free. If I go that way around, you can see the dashboard and you can see me. One of the first things you do when you get a Fitbit is to actually go to Fitbit.com and register for your warranty. Whilst you're there, you can join the Fitbit community, which is free to join and is full of millions of people, literally millions of people from around the world who have one purpose, and that's to stay fit using a Fitbit. I've been doing this for 8 years. Now, this is my dashboard. The first thing you'll notice is community, okay? And it says Fitbit is more fun with friends. It is. When you join Fitbit, you become part of a community, gives you access to groups on every aspect of keeping fit. In addition to that, it gives you access to a group of people who like taking part in challenges. There's a weekday challenge, Monday through Friday. There is a weekend challenge, Saturday and Sunday. And basically, these are for members, run by members, no cost. Now, I take part in the challenges. There are, it's a ladder. And the idea is the person who does the most steps. Now, I'm never going to do the most steps, but I do try to fit in there in the middle. The problem is, if you're trying to stay fit and you basically, you start off and most people start 1st of Jan. You start off and you are totally motivated and your friends and your family support you. But human nature being what it is, and I'm guilty of this as many are, your enthusiasm for staying fit sort of goes down gradually at first. But if you are a member on Fitbit.com and you're taking part in weekly challenges, either weekday or weekend challenges, then you're amongst friends. And when I go outside my front door and I go and do a 3-mile walk, my Fitbit will track my walk and it'll tell me how many steps I've done, but it'll tell me how many steps and miles to my friends. I give them permission for them to know. And every time I do a 3-mile walk, my friends get to know and they cheer me. Now, when they do a 3-mile walk, I cheer them. Simple. Okay. Now, if you wear your Fitbit for 4 nights, it will measure your sleep pattern. Okay. And after 4 nights, it will make recommendations as to how you can improve your sleep pattern. In terms of the next bit, the 60,000 bit, that is how many steps did you do in a day? What's the maximum number of steps that you have done in a day? And just give me a minute. I'll be back. Okay. The maximum number of steps I've done in a day, let's go here, is 60,000, which is 30 miles. I've done 30 miles in a day. I walk marathons, and I can do that because I actually train using the Fitbit. I train on the local canal, and 60,000 steps in one day. I'm quite proud of that. I'm proud of the medals as well. You can, either on the desktop or on the mobile app, track your weight. Everything I'm telling you is free. You also track, you can keep a food diary for free. It's got all the common foodstuffs in there, so you can keep a food diary. Now, in addition to that, it tracks your steps. And if I go here, it will tell me that I've walked 3.61 miles today, which is a good start. It will tell me that I've done 21 miles this week, but the one that interests me is this one. And it said in the last 12 months, I've done 804 miles. Now, my personal goal is to do 1,000 miles in a year. And for those of you with me earlier, the way I'm doing this is now 11:30 every weekday. I go out with my Fitbit. I go out with my headset and my mobile phone, and I walk for an hour and a half. And I do, on average, about 4.5 miles using the Fitbit. And the Fitbit tracks all that. And the other thing that this particular Fitbit does, I'm just putting it back on, hopefully putting it back on. The other thing that this Fitbit does, if I go here, and hopefully this will work. Yep. If I go and I go to my dashboard again, oh no, I can go there. Just a minute, I'm just setting something up. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm going to go there. And then I'm going to go down here and just let me find something. I'm just checking something out because I want to show you something. I want to make sure it's there first. Okay. Right. The thing about this Fitbit is not only does it track your steps, it's got GPS and it tracks your route. So this basically is the route that I took earlier this week, 2.98 miles. It's telling me exactly where I went, and there's no extra software involved. It's all done by the watch. Yeah. I don't need any extra software. I don't need Strava. I don't need Map My Walk. It's all done by the Fitbit. It tells me what my pace was, and it tells me basically what my average heart rate was during the walk, and then how many calories I've burned. And it says I've done 5,866 steps, which is close to 3 miles. And basically, I did 47 active minutes. in total. So the thing about the Fitbit that's down the carousel, not only does it track your steps, it has built-in GPS and can tell you exactly where you've been. And I think that is basically, well, just a minute, let me go back here. That is absolutely brilliant. Okay, so that's why I chose the Charge 5, which I'm putting back on now. That's why I chose the Charge 5, and I've got it too tight. Don't want it too tight. Dear me. Okay. Right. Back in. All right, we're in. Okay, so that was the Fitbit Charge 5. The next item in the carousel, if I bring that in screen and go like this. So there's the map. That's the Fitbit that made the map. I'm going to hide the map and go to the next item in the carousel, which is this, which is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now, I go here. I'm going to tell you all the features of the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. It is the flagship phone from Samsung. But before I do that, I'm going to play you a short video. Oh. I hope I'm still on air. If you caught the track, that was The Last Train to Clarksville by the Monkees, which I played. It has to be said, I played unintentionally. Hopefully, I'll get away with it. Apologies for the blast. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to play you a short video made with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And if I can find it in my carousel, just give me a second. Yes, it's there. Okay, we're going to take a tour around. Get there in a minute. We're going to take a tour around the Quartz Garden in Wiltshire. Okay, this is a former factory and has now become a green space. In fact, it's an English country garden. Enjoy the video. I'll be back in 2 minutes. The Quartz Garden, and just had lunch. And the thing about the Quartz Garden is it's a beautiful place to actually stroll around and just enjoy the gardens. So I'm just going to walk around, and I am using my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and my new DJI OM5 gimbal. I've got the internal microphone on the Samsung, so no external mic. I'll try an external mic next time, but it's just so beautiful today. It's about 28 degrees, and I'm just going to try something here, because if I do this, I should be able to change the view. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to come down again. It's actually stuck, isn't it? Wait a minute. Let's adjust this. This is just a trial. Okay, so I'm going to go like that, or like that, or like that. I've got to be able to see what's on the screen, so I can see what's on the screen. And just wondering how steady this is. This is better than actually holding the phone. It's a lot easier to actually grip the gimbal than it is to actually grip the phone. So this is a win. But there's so many things this gimbal can do, and I really haven't learnt half of them, or even a quarter of them. But let's look at the borders. And there are people here today. Car park was full, but I don't think everybody actually came over here. But there's just flowers here in full bloom. We are at the beginning of August, first week in August, and the grounds here are just absolutely stunning. Now, the other thing that's important this year is that I've got my new eyes, which means that this year I can actually see clearly where I'm going. That's the entrance over there, where you come in, and then you led into the gardens. There's a cafe just around the corner, and everywhere there are places to actually sit down. Angelica's sat down at the moment while I'm taking this video. But if I try and walk a bit faster, the other thing that they said is that you can use this. Right, so that's Quartz Garden in Wiltshire. It's about half an hour from where Angelica and I live, and it's always a pleasure. We were there last weekend. We always like visiting there because it's close by and it's a beautiful garden to actually just walk around in peace and quiet. And I'm happy that I can actually use the Samsung Galaxy S22 to actually shoot those videos now, because the quality of the phone. So I've shown you the video, which is Super 8K, but I can't show you in 8K. But if I go here, what I can do, if I go there, is I can show you the quality of the display on the Samsung Galaxy S22. As well as being live on Amazon Live, we're also live on Facebook. That is the live feed from Facebook. And if I put the phone down, you'll be able to see me again. And there's a delay. Okay, so I should be putting the phone down in a minute. There you are. There's always a slight delay between Amazon Live and Facebook, which is to be expected. So let's go here, and I'm going to close everything so that I've just got the phone. And let's take a look at the phone. The first thing is that it comes in various sizes, 256 gig of memory or 512. My friend Guy Cook has got the 512. It has the brightest display that Samsung have ever produced. I can attest to this because I sat out in bright sunlight. Incredibly, just a week ago, this was bright sunlight. It's not bright sunlight anymore, but I was able to see the display in the brightest of sunlight. And in my old phone, I wouldn't have been able to do that. If you remember the Galaxy Note used to have an S Pen. And so does the S22. Just give me a minute. Of course, you can write with the pen. You can control apps with the pen. There are 7 different apps on the phone itself which use the pen. And you can also use, if you're taking photographs with a camera, you can use air gestures on the pen to actually click the shutter. Okay. Now, it has a long battery life, and if I can recharge this in an hour, and it will last 24 to 30 hours. It does shoot, as you've just seen, 8K super steady video. Just give me a second. It does shoot 8K super steady video. It has the ability to do nightography, and I'll show you some images of nightography in a moment. And the lenses on the back, you have 108 megapixel, you have 3 times zoom, 10 times zoom, and the nightography lens. Okay, and we talked about the display's adaptive to bright sunlight with a charger, and there is one down the carousel. You can charge within an hour, and it's got the embedded S Pen. The thing I love about the S Pen, if I take the phone out of the office and leave the S Pen behind, I get a little message that says, "Stephen, you've forgotten your S Pen," so I can then go back and get it. The phone is unlocked by Samsung. Now, it's a dual SIM, so you can have 2 SIM cards from your favorite carrier, and you're good to go with 2 phone numbers, 2 lots of text, simple and straightforward. Physically, this is 6.8 inches deep. It's got a WQ high definition screen, and it's 120 hertz adaptive refresh rate. Charging wise, it can do 5,000 milliamps, 45 watt charging with the brick, or wireless charging 15 watts, which of course is slightly slower. The rear camera, we just established, is 108 megapixel, and the front camera is 40 megapixel. The phone was released February 9th, 2022. It is the flagship phone from Samsung. It's the best phone that they've ever produced. It does the video that you saw there, and it's the best phone I've ever owned. It is, without doubt, a very high quality mobile phone. And if I go over here and I bring this up on screen, this is nightography, and this photograph was taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22. And if I go back on, I'm going to rewind to the beginning if I can. So I'm just going backwards at the moment. All these photographs are taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22. This is my partner, Angelica, who's teaching a German lesson at the moment as I'm broadcasting. These are penguins. We visited the Cotswolds in England, a place called Birdland, and I was able to get, I was actually 30 foot away when I took this photograph. Yeah, and it's just incredible. If I just hide that for a moment. The zoom is just so good to use. And I was able to take that photograph. And in addition to that, I was also able to get close to the flamingos as well. So all in all, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra is top quality phone. And I'm just fortunate to actually have it and to be able to show it to you. Can't say more than that. It's a brilliant phone. I'm going to put it back on its stand. Okay, remember from earlier, if you were with me earlier, I've got, just a minute. Right, there's the phone on its lamical stand, which is also down in the carousel. Okay. Right, one of the things about doing Amazon Lives is you never know exactly what's going to happen or how a show is going to go. And that's probably the beauty of broadcasting in Amazon Live. I'm fortunate. I'm one of 6 Brits. Is that right? 6 Englishmen who actually broadcast Amazon Live on a regular basis. And I just enjoy it so much. I enjoy being here. I enjoy chatting about the items down the carousel. 75% of them I own. I've got a comment that's just come in. I did say 6, Corinda. Yeah, you're not an insider yet, are you? Are you an insider? I did include 6. Yeah. I always do include you as an Amazon Live broadcaster, but not necessarily as an Amazon Live insider. Right, I thought so. Okay. Which is why I sort of, this minute, my iPad's gone. No, it hasn't. It's back again. So there are 6 of us broadcasting from England, but there are over 2,000 Amazon Live broadcasters. And the thing that you can do, if you're watching somebody and you enjoy what they're doing, then you can build your own Amazon Live TV channel. Okay, there are over 2,000. We don't work for Amazon. We are independent broadcasters, and we give you honest reviews. If there's something wrong with a product that I'm talking about, there can't be anything major wrong because I own it and bought it and decided to use it. And I do use most of the products you've seen every single day. But if you see a broadcast that you're enjoying, just press the follow button. we don't get your contact details. Amazon keep those, but it does mean that you can build your own Amazon Live TV channel. And that basically you could watch Amazon Live 24/7 because there are so many of us actually broadcasting in Amazon Live. Anyway, and over to Corinda. And Corinda is saying, is Amazon, no, Amazon started by Jeff Bezos, is an American company. No, right, Corinda, let's read this. Is Amazon a China company? I know USA and UK, but is Amazon really a China company or Japan? I don't think Amazon has presence in either of those countries yet. I'm not sure. There might be Amazon.jp. There's an Amazon.com, there's an Amazon.co UK, there's an Amazon.es in Spain, there's Amazon.de in Germany. I think they're probably in about 22 different countries. There's an Amazon, yeah, but that basically China is a totally different market, and they've got their own systems over there. Think TikTok. Yeah, TikTok's Chinese as far as I know. Anyway, back to before Corinda said, you can follow anybody on Amazon Live, and we don't get your information. You're winning because you can actually find us in the following tab up above me at any time. Yeah, you're able to dip in and out. So do start your own Amazon Live channel. If you're enjoying the live broadcast, press the follow button. And as a live broadcaster, I can say that's the best compliment that you could ever give to somebody broadcasting live on Amazon, because, well, I've just done a mini course about gaining followers in Amazon and how important it is. And it is important as a live broadcaster that more people follow you, because Amazon look at your live broadcasts and they look at your followers and they want to know that you're being well received. And the best way that they can see that you're being well received, apart from the sales that are made after the broadcast, is by the number of followers you've got. Now, I'm fortunate, my followers just going up gradually. It's a bit harder being based in the UK because I've got hundreds, if not thousands, of American friends. Perhaps I should go and I'm going to follow my own advice. As I say, what I did earlier this week is put together a video about broadcasting on Amazon Live, because I'm broadcasting on Amazon Live today. If I go over here from BeLive, okay, be.live, and I'm broadcasting on my own behalf. I mean, this is me. Okay, this is Stephen Healey broadcasting. But I just enjoy being here. And if you want to follow me, then you would help to make my day. And you do the same for any Amazon Live broadcaster. The biggest compliment that you can pay anybody in Amazon Live is to follow them. You don't get pestered. You don't get any emails. Amazon look after their broadcasters and must certainly look after their customers. And I'm a very happy Amazon customer. Everything that you see down in my carousel, with the odd exception, was bought from Amazon. So I'm a happy customer. And my way of saying thank you is to actually appear on these broadcasts. Okay. The next thing we looked at was the Lamical phone stand. Okay, so if I can hide that one now. And if I need to show it in the screen. Okay, let's just skip forward a minute. Okay, we looked at the Lamical phone stand, which is down the carousel at $19.99, and physically, if I put my phone down, the stand is here. So that's the Lamical phone stand, and I can bring it up. Just a minute, slight adjustment here. This is the Lamical phone stand down in the carousel, and it basically, you can adjust the angle at the top, you can adjust the height, Okay, and that's basically a very solid stand. It takes an iPhone 12 or 13 or the Samsung Galaxy S21, 22, and it's very stable. So a good quality stand down in the carousel at the moment. And just let me sort my desk out. Let's go here. $19.99 for the stand. Okay. Next item. Right, we talked earlier that if you've got an Galaxy S21 or 22, you need to be able to charge it quickly. Down the carousel is the U-Green 30 watt, and basically that's a fast charger. I can charge my Samsung Galaxy S22 from 0 to 100%. I know this because I've done it, and a U-Green charger is the one that helps do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that over there. I'm going to put the phone back on its stand. Just a minute. I'm just reorganizing myself. It's amazing how untidy the office gets when I'm actually doing this. Okay, so if I go to the next one. Now, when you get a mobile phone, down in the carousel is the Nilkin cam shield. And I've got a comment from Corinda. And Corinda is saying, how the chickens? I'm not talking about chickens, Corinda. Sometimes you lose me totally. The Nilkin cam shield. Okay. The first thing we all do when we buy a new mobile phone, first thing we do is buy a case for it. This is a Nilkin cam shield. And first thing is it's tactile. It has a ribbed surface to it. So, and even on the edges. So you're not going to drop this case on the floor. Well, because your hold of it is tight. You've got, I can't, all right, okay, because you've got a tight grip on it. The edges, the corners of the phone are reinforced. Yeah, so they've taken great care to reinforce. On the back is a lens cover, which you can just pull back to reveal the lenses 108 megapixel, 3x zoom, 10x zoom on the Samsung S22. And then handily, you can actually quickly close it up again. The cutouts are perfect. I've got the case on, but I can take out my Samsung S Pen easily. Okay, I can plug in to the power easily, simple and straightforward to do. Now, if you click the link in the carousel now, you'll find that there are other cases that Nilkin actually do, and there may well be one for your phone. Okay, but this is specifically for the Samsung Galaxy S22. Right, but you've got to have a case. Okay, now the next thing, I need to make an adjustment here. Let me go and go off full screen and go here. Okay, the next item in the carousel, I'm just making adjustments. Just wait a second. Okay. What we're looking at, what we will be looking at. Okay, I should have done this beforehand. I know I should. We're looking now, if I go picture in picture. Okay, we're looking at this. I'm going to take me off because you know who I am by now. So let me take that off and go there. Okay. This is a one-piece leather case, machine stitched. And the problem I had, the mobile phone is 6.8 inches deep. If you put that in your jeans pocket, or even worse, your shorts pocket, when you sit down, it cramps your style and it could fall out. You don't want that. You don't want to smash your phone. So what you do is you take a case like this, and this on the back, as you can see, if I go there, has your belt goes through there. So the phone is actually sat on your belt, which is a great way to carry it because it's readily accessible. There is a magnetic catch at the top, and your phone I hate doing live demonstrations. Your phone just goes like that. Okay, and your phone's now safe in the case. The flap closes too, like so. And this is a one-piece, genuine leather, hand-stitched, and it will take an iPhone 12, iPhone 13s, Galaxy S21 or 22 Ultra. And I just think this is so practical. The problem is that with the larger phones, how do you carry them? Yeah, you either have a bag to carry them in, or you put them on your jeans belt or trouser belt. And it's a great way to actually carry things. The thing is that you're actually giving the mobile phone extra protection. Yeah, so that's impervious to rain. Yeah, if it falls, right, and the loop there is double stitched. Everything on here is machine stitched. So if somebody does try to take this off your belt, they're not going to succeed. You're going to know as soon as somebody touches the phone straight away. And basically, you'll never lose your phone. You never forget it. Okay. Because when you've not got your phone in the case, yeah, you sense that the case is lighter. So you want your phone in there. And I've been using this case now for the last 2 months, and it is just so handy. Literally very, very handy. And it's quality manufacture. It's down in the carousel. It's $26.99. And what you're actually doing is protecting your phone and protecting your trousers, because you don't want a phone to fall out. Heaven forfend. Okay, right. The next item in the carousel, if I go here, okay, and let's go side by side. The next item in the carousel is the DJI OM5 smartphone gimbal. Now, I go out, if you were watching earlier, I go out and I shoot mobile video with my mobile phone. And one of the things the problem we've got, when you're actually out shooting mobile video, there is a problem. Okay, and the problem is this. When you're using your phone and you're walking along and you're shooting video, just a minute. Okay, you're walking along and you're shooting video, you're holding the phone like that, okay, or possibly like that, yeah, and you're carrying the phone and you're shooting video. When you start walking, the phone is going to go up and down like that, which means the video is going to go up and down. Now, despite the fact that this has got stabilizers in, the best thing you can do in terms of getting a high quality video from your mobile phone is to use a gimbal. Okay, what does a gimbal do? Good question. So I'm going to answer it now. Okay, this is the DJI OM5 gimbal here. Okay, I'm going to put it in front of the screen. That's the size of it. Okay, this shrunk. They're about half this. I mean, I've been using gimbals for a few years now. This has shrunk. This is so small and so lightweight and so easy to handle. Yeah. Now, what happens is this, that this is locked at the moment. So I need, first of all, to unlock it. Just give me a second. So I've unlocked it. And I just go like that and like that. That's it. The gimbal is now ready for use. 2 seconds. Now, also in the bag, the Magic DJI bag, is this. And I'm going to find it. It's somewhere in my bag. Just a second. Okay. Is a magnetic clamp. Now you can see that it's got a magnet on the top and it extends to suit any phone. So this is going on my Samsung Galaxy S22. Equally well, it could go on an iPhone 12 or 13 or sooner 14. You take your phone, clamp phone. Okay, if you're British, you might understand what I was doing there, but you don't have to do the growl when you do it, but there is the clamp is now on the phone. I just stretched it, put it on, and that's the magnet. So if I take the magnet on the phone and put it on the magnet over there, that's it. Okay, that is it. So switch the gimbal, put the gimbal like that, put the phone in, and then switch the gimbal on, and the gimbal is now ready to use. Okay, and if I go and click, I'm experimenting, just give me a second. Okay, the gimbal is now ready to use. And the thing is that the gimbal will keep the camera steady. If I just turn that, okay, it doesn't want to go. Just a minute. If a demonstration goes totally smoothly, something's gone wrong. Okay, I've made a mess of that. Just a second. Just let me switch it off. Okay, I switched it off. Just give me a second. Okay, this is a live demonstration and things are going to go wrong. Okay. Right. Take two. Okay, switch the gimbal on, he said. Okay, if you want to watch. Okay, the gimbal is now on and hopefully, just give me a second. This is going terribly wrong. Okay, just a minute. I'm going to have to practice this. I can tell you I'm going to have to practice this. Okay. Okay, the thing about the gimbal is that gimbals can reach where you can't. You can go to the left, you can go to the right, you can go over your head. It has, just let me switch it off. As my partner Angelica said, you need to practice with this. It has a built-in selfie stick. And if I go backwards, hopefully, this may or may not work. Just bear with me a moment. Anything can happen. Okay, it has a built-in selfie stick, which means you can go higher, you can go to the side, you can go to the other side, and you can go down. So in other words, having your phone on a gimbal gives you access to places that you can't reach when you're just holding your phone like that. So it's not just about stability, it's about where your lens can go. Okay. I do love, well, you've seen a video that I did where that actually works. So let's put this back down. Okay, so with the gimbal, this probably won't work either yet. Right, okay, so that's that locked. I need to take my mobile phone and given everything that's happening at the moment, take the clamp off, put the phone on the stand so it's safe from what I'm doing, put the gimbal back in the case. Okay, they are worth having. I mean, I use them regularly. It's just that sometimes when you're broadcasting live, things do not go exactly as you plan them. Okay, but I am grateful for your being with me today and for actually joining me on this Amazon live adventure. And the next item in the carousel is this one. Let's go here. This one, demonstrating this one should be easier. Okay. Right, this is the PowerDewise professional grade lapel microphone. And if I go picture in picture, like so, okay, it's got a smiley cable. Right. One of the things is that if you're shooting video on your phone, you've got a built-in microphone. And the built-in microphone is okay. But if you want to put your videos onto YouTube and for people to watch, I do videos. At the weekend, Angelica and I go out and visit country houses, national monuments and castles. Okay, that's what we do for the weekend. We put our walking shoes on and we go out and we walk, and I take the gimbal, I take the phone, and I shoot video. But if I used the internal microphone, then the videos that I put on YouTube about Stonehenge, about Avebury, people wouldn't watch. I've got to say, a lot of people do watch my videos on YouTube, and I'm very grateful. Now, you need a microphone, which is better than the one in your phone. And you need an external microphone. And the external microphone that I've been using, just a minute, just excuse me a minute. Just go here for a minute. I just need to find something. Just a second. Oh, right, okay. So that was quick. This is not a commercial break. This is a Stephen break. And we're back now. Okay, so we're back. Okay, an external lapel microphone. This is the power device that's down in the carousel at the moment. And this microphone is first class. The sound on it is deep and rich, and it's better than the microphone that's built into your mobile phone. Now, the way that it works is simple and straightforward. Okay, you have the lapel microphone, which is there, and you can see that it's actually got a crocodile clip. The crocodile clip attaches to your clothing like that, and that's the installation done. Okay, you just put the crocodile clip on. That's it. Now, this is my favorite lapel microphone. I've had it for a while, and I use it on all the mobile videos that I do. And Powdy-wise, say on the back of here, words can change lives, record them perfectly, and this device does. Right, but let's just think about this for a moment. Here's my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra smartphone, released in February this year. This is the latest phone. It's down in the carousel. It's on discount today. And I want to plug this microphone into there. I can't do it because in their wisdom, they've removed the 3.5mm audio socket. I just can't plug that into there. Down in the carousel, you will see the solution. Okay, if you just flick along the carousel, it's a widget. This is the widget. Okay, it's a 3.5mm to USB-C connector. Okay, it's so simple and so straightforward, but a viable device, because what you can do is you can take your cable and you can plug that into there, like so, and you've now got a USB-C connection, which of course fits directly into your mobile phone. So this microphone has now taken over, just a minute. This microphone has now taken over from the microphone in the mobile phone and will stay there until I actually take this out. Now, what you're actually getting here for $35.45, because it is on discount today, just to give me a second. It's on discount today. It's 21% off today. So you get a 21% discount. If you click the link in the carousel, you find out more information. But this is giving me high quality sound on the videos that I do. Yeah. And that's priceless. Never mind $35. It's priceless. Now, if you're doing instructional videos, if you're creating videos, and I'm a Udemy instructor, I teach people, and I've got 15,000 students on Udemy, which is quite probably the world's largest online course provider. If you want to do a course about, I'm just trying to think of something now, photography, then there are dozens, if not hundreds, to choose from on Udemy. And basically you go to Udemy, you type in the search term, so say cameras, and you'll find all the camera courses you could want. You pick one and you pay $50 for it, $50, sorry. And you've got a lifetime use of that course. You can go to it as often as you want. You can watch it the whole time through. You can watch it next year. You can watch it the year after. But if you've paid $50 for a course, you want to have high quality video, which is a reasonable request, and high quality sound. Now, Udemy are very strict in their quality control, and they check not only the quality of the video, but also the quality of the sound. And when I put my test video in 5 years ago, they said it's not good enough. They say you've got two choices. You can either put soundproof all around your office, or you can get a lapel microphone. So, choice. Do you soundproof your office, or do you buy a lapel microphone? Well, I bought a lapel microphone because the beauty of this microphone, which is there, is that this... Now I've gone out of focus. Just a minute. Plan B. I'm back now. I was going to plan B then. I went out of focus for a minute. I bought this lapel microphone. It's absolutely brilliant because I used a lapel microphone to record all my courses on Udemy, and they turned out well. 15,000 students attest to the quality of the content and to the video and the sound. Right, you have been watching. Let me go back here. Let's go back to the beginning. Rewind 2 hours. You have been watching Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen Healey, and you are watching Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen Healey from England. I want to say a big thank you for actually watching me live today. I really enjoy being on Amazon Live. I feel privileged to be here. I enjoy every moment of it. I'm looking forward to, there are new Amazon Prime days, October 11th and 12th, something to look forward to. I'm getting ready now. I'm getting in training to be live on October 11th and 12th. I want to say thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. And I hope to see you again soon. This has been Stephen, live from Wiltshire, England. Thank you for watching. Bye for now. Oh, and next time you see me,